like days have not passed by. I'm alone without you by my side. You let me down, I can't just get no more.
Good morning, everybody. Y'all come on in, get your coffee, your tea, whatever it is you need to get your morning started. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Come on in, get your coffee, your tea, man. Y'all know what time it is, like it or not. It's starting momentarily. Tyler, good morning. Esther, Roller Dragon, Laser Sword, Brielle, Mary C, Iris Jones. Good morning, y'all. Moon Meat, good morning to you.
Only heaven knows how hard I tried to fight for you, to make you stay. I feel I've done all I can do. It wasn't ever easy, now you ran away, you didn't stay.
Good morning, Mom and Daddy. Good morning. I love y'all. Sharon Savage, good morning. Torrance Joseph, good morning. Lily, good morning, Lily. Brother Tiger's in the chat. What's going on, Tiger? Alexis, good morning. Carly Wynn. Lee Berman, good morning, Lee. Derek Fuller, good morning. Nice, Alexis. Good morning. Laverne Rebels, good morning. Shout out some of our new Patreon members, man. We got Marsha, that's a new Patreon member. Congratulations and welcome. New Twitch subscribers. Get these read off real quick. Jam 2 resubscribed and commented. Love y'all. They've been subscribed for 15 months. Thunderous Dragon resubscribed and commented. Good morning, chat. and they've been subscribed for 12 months. JN Lee, 1981, gifted a subscription to Neo Death 07. Since Q Cat resubscribed and commented, resubby. They've been subscribed for 21 months. What's up, Sis Q Cat? Welcome and thank you. That's a long time, man. Andy from Ohio. Andy, love you, mean it. Resubscribed and commented, good morning, Bubba. And they've been subscribed for 20 months. Shout out to Andy. Andy, love you so much, Andy. Cluminati017 resubscribed and commented 9 months and here for the culture. Shout out to Cluminati. When there are 15 resubscribed and commented hello, and they've been subscribed for 11 months. Mama, every time I come to your name, I swear. I'm of the RC1G resubscribed and they've been subscribed for 4 months. Appreciate you. And Ali Osher cheer 10 bits, man. Remember, if you have not already, you too can become a member of the Patreon. Patreon.com/likeItOrNot. Patreon.com/likeItOrNot. And don't forget, there will be a patron party on Friday where we're going to pick an artist and we're going to play all the music all night long from that one artist. So, be looking out in Discord today, and I would drop the options. It's a pretty good one. It's some good one. I'll say, yeah. Environmental Coffee House, good morning. Derek Jones. Holy City, what's going on?
It could all be worse. I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Pills to make the man, but that poison's gonna kill you. From the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now. I'm free.
Laverne, I did not. We need to get all the way back on the show.
Here and now, it's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me. Here and now.
Laura Strada, good morning, Laura. Tyler, not yet, but I think we will be working on that soon, Tyler. We do need to get that jumping. Probably next week we'll see what we can do.
Cheers to all the haters, cause you proved to me that rising to the top was my destiny. And you can see whatever from behind me, but I'm still fly. I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Close to make the man, but that boy is gonna kill you. From the inside, it's time to say it with your chest now. Say it with your chest now. I'm free. Can't nobody take here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time to run it. I'm free. Can't nobody take here and now.
Oh, you shortening out today. Oh, no. Right, so make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Rebecca's will be joining momentarily, and like it or not, we'll get started. I want to miss it.
If you're on the bus, say yeah. If you're on the train, say yeah. If you gotta walk, say yeah. Everybody,
if you in the house, say yeah.
Young I really don't care. Life has never really been fair. So put your fist up in the air. Say yeah. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody
B, good morning, B. Long time no see.
It's my time to run it out. It's my time. It's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free. Can't nobody take me here and now.
A thief broke into my house last night looking for money. So I got out of the bed to look with him. Hell, talking about think you get some money. Hey man, this is a treat for y'all. If you're here right now, it's a special treat. Might as well.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Zora's in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life is I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in stride.
I am your DJ, DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture, it's politics. What's here and right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going, it's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
All right, y'all. If y'all like what's down here, man, I need y'all to put them lions in the chat. Put the lions in the chat if y'all like that shit, man. That's what I do. I just get a little bit, man. It's a little something. Like it or not, some edition. I hope y'all like that, man. Drop them lines if y'all did. If not, then y'all can just drop the thumbs down. It's okay, too. I like constructive criticism. Don't worry, y'all get another taste of it tomorrow, man. I'll play it from the beginning tomorrow. I kind of felt like Beyonce just did, because like some stuff come out like at midnight. She puts it like at 10 p.m. So, you know, I just dropped it a day early for y'all. Why the hell not? Hey man, I appreciate y'all. Rebecca gonna be mad because she probably didn't hear it. Ooh, Ben gonna be mad too. I know Ben didn't hear it. Lily, I appreciate you. Lord, you too. I appreciate all y'all. Jonathan, I appreciate you. Welcome. Black Ninja, what's going on? Mark Saunders, what's up? Tiger, I appreciate it, sir. I appreciate it.
Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Ran a roller, swap out the G-Shock. Moving slowly out of the street. No more double, go ahead and detox. Yeah. Came from the trenches, they ain't showing us no love. Dying in the city, all we wanted was a hug, yeah. We on the block.
And once again, for the record, I want y'all to know that all this music that we've been playing, all this non-copyrighted music, all of a sudden it's popular on a lot of commercials, theme songs, and everything else. I'd be sitting there watching TV. I'm like, huh? Hey, that shit first. That's what's up. Laura, trying to thank you so much for your super chat. I love you. Laura said, bravo, DJ. Damn, Bubba is fire. Laura, I appreciate it. Mary C, I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
got you, I mean it. All this pressure
Wow. See, Tiger, I think I heard it on the video game commercial too, Tiger. Right, my son. Right, my dog. Shout out to everybody in Twitch. I just joined y'all for a few. I did change my name on Twitch. It is DJ X3C now. Y'all can see my little face in there while I was on the bus sleep. I can't stand her. Okay, I think if Rebecca is ready, since y'all liked it a lot, I guess I'll go ahead and do it like this. Okay.
Hey man, y'all, it's the summertime, right? Let's get it like or not. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Azor is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keep us in stride.
I am your DJ, DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture is politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going, it's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
All right, y'all heard it here first. And like it or not, some edition. Josh, roll that intro.
Like it or not, with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. I really like that. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's
Ain't it
going
catchy?
down. What's up, Josh? You know I gotta be on the other side, but I like that. I like that. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Thanks, Rebecca.
You are so welcome. Look, let me adjust my camera so I can be leveled with you. Hold on.
Child, maybe I need to adjust mine. I've been looking at that for the past week, and I'm just
All right.
like, why I look so short?
There we go. Yeah, maybe it's that because I'm like, I don't really know. I tried, and you still here, and I'm here with it. But we're giving it better level. You struggling? Don't. Okay, we're here. We're here with.
Oh, that's much better. Okay,
yes.
I can deal with that.
Crazy. I know I got a ponytail in, but baby, I just. So, oh my
Look
God,
like I'm sitting at the kitty table.
Look, I know it was giving you. Look, grown folks gonna be grown, and y'all go over there. But good morning, everybody. Is it still morning? Yes. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? And welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth.
and not care who doesn't like it. What's
I
up?
am your host, Rebecca Azor, followed by my homie, joined, accompanied, always my rider, my left to the right side. Whenever we don't know, whenever the screen does what it do. But my boy, none other than who else?
DJ exclusive James Will Williams, DJ X. Wait, or said that DJ XTC Bubble.
X3C.
Yeah, it's a whole lot. It's me.
Right, it's him. But who just dropped a really cute. I like that was a surprise for me too. I really like that summer intro. I like it a lot. Like it or
See,
not, it's going down.
now I know Rebecca like it more than the like it or not because we
It's
played
fast,
the
it's
hell out
upbeat.
of
You
that
know,
shit.
I've been advocating for something a little up. You know, I need a
Yeah.
little pickup. It's a morning
Uh,
show. We not bumping and grinding in the morning.
See, they be, they nasty in the chat. They be grinding on the poles, going to work and everything. Yes, child. They be talking about all of it. I'm just like getting baby oil and stuff. I'm like, my God, what is wrong with y'all?
There's
This
a
is a
few people.
Christian show.
There's a few people I haven't seen in the chat. I think there's these are OGs from when we first started this version of Like It or Not. But I think there was Nick. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen B, Miss Queen B.
B is actually in the chat today.
Okay, well, good morning. I have not
Right.
seen her, so I wanted to make sure, I'm doing a little bit of my rounds. Where is Chuck Diesel? I haven't seen Chuck. I haven't seen. There's a few people I just haven't really been seeing. So can we? I can't do roll call now because y'all, it's a lot of y'all. But
Right.
if you haven't seen somebody in the chat, check on that person. Let them know Rebecca is looking for him. Okay. On today's episode, I am looking for you. But listen, we have a lot to touch up on. I just came from the Hill. So everybody who is watching right now, make sure to head over to the Hill at some point today. We're talking inflation and gas prices, and guess who's on the show with me, or guess who I was on the show with? Rather, I was on the show with Olay. Olay has been hosting and holding it down over there at the Rising on the Hill, and she's been doing a really good job. She's taking no names. She's clearing the room. Okay, honey. So it was nice to be there with her. We actually were matching. We tried not to do. We tried not to do. Girl, what's up? Hey, girl. Because it got crazy. Hey, girl, you look good. Hey. But if you get an opportunity, head over to the Hill. At some point when they do post it, to just see what we're talking about. And
I need to definitely check that out because we need to get on. I was just saying we need to have Olay on. So I didn't know that y'all were on there together.
Yes, because she's been hosting lately at the over there, so it's been good. I'm really proud of her. I'm happy for her.
That's awesome.
And so it was good. We've been saying that we wanted to be on there together, and so finally we got that opportunity. But yeah, so we're gonna hold it down for you guys today, though. I will not take away time from you guys. I said I was going to be here. We're going to make sure we give you an hour of your time. I love you guys. Meaning, I know Bubba was holding it down for you guys. Different, mixing it for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Different, mixing it for y'all. And so, yeah. So, again, if you haven't seen anybody in the chat, please phone a friend, check out a friend. We are doing our summer series. Bubba done dropped a new track. It's spicy, it's hot, and we only in July. You know when summer ends, somewhere in August, but we will be right here with y'all, giving y'all all the vibes. Okay, so
all of them.
So make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Please like, follow, and subscribe because your viewership helps us continue to at least maintain the reason why we should be doing this, make sure that we are still giving ourselves room to have the conversations other platforms are afraid to. So I'm happy that we can still do that. But with your viewership, with your subscription, with your likes, with your shares, also with you being a part of our Patreon, that's like it or not patreon.com/like it or not. That helps us continue to do this as well. So I love you guys for holding it down with us this summer. I know Brother Ben ain't here, but that's all right. He's on a break. You got us. All right, let's talk about some news now, y'all. We're gonna start first, of course, with updates, right? I know yesterday was a heavy show, so let's get the heaviness off the top. You know what I'm saying? Let's rip the Band-Aid off now. So we're just gonna do some updates about the shooting that happened on July 4th in Illinois at Highland Park. So one of the updates, you guys, because I know yesterday I said I didn't want to say a few of the things that we heard that was
Right.
alleged, but some of these things have come out to the new developments. One being that he had an extremely violent past. Robert Cremo III who was the shooter, had an extremely violent past. New details come as Robert Cremo, who's 21 years old, was charged with 7 counts of first-degree murder, because now seven people
Yeah.
have died, with first-degree murder over the deadly massacre of Highland Park on July 4th. The man allegedly alleged to have fatally shot. I don't want to say alleged because we kind of know he did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's been
but
confirmed now.
he had shot 7 people and wounded more than 30 others in the suburban area of Chicago or Illinois, and managed to legally obtain 5 guns. Are you guys listening to me? He managed to legally obtain 5 guns, which included the murder weapon. The suspect was previously known to police after he made threats against his own family. Investigators say at a Tuesday press conference, they had first encountered Cremo when he tried to take his own life in April 2019, prompting a call to authorities who treated the case as a mental health emergency. In September of that year, a relative of Cremo called police and reported that in his family home, he had threatened to kill everyone. That report prompted police to remove 16 knives, a dagger, and a sword from his home. Cremo, who opened a fire in sniper style after using a ladder to climb atop of a building near the parade route, allegedly disguised himself in women's clothing, and he fled the scene by blending among the panicked crowd. Attempts to contact Cremo's father, once a Highland Park mayor candidate, were unsuccessful Tuesday. So,
A bit.
child, my something just happened on my patio while I was telling the story. I was like, "What's happening back there?" My whole I have what do they
The
call
little
those?
the little flag.
Lidos. No, Lidos, drapes.
Oh, okay.
Drapes. Lidos, how you say it in Creole, but I have drapes on the balcony. I apologize for that. I thought you guys heard that because it literally just all came down. It's my little things are melting from the sun. But back to the story. All of these developments, guys, all of these developments, and it's interesting because he was able to obtain these guns, these weapons legally, and they don't want to talk gun control. Not only that, he had prior run-ins with police officers, so he was already known to police officers, but was able to go obtain a gun. Mental health issues, but was able to go legally obtain 5 guns. And y'all don't want to talk about gun control. And y'all don't, and y'all afraid to start having those types of conversations.
And then have that question when they ask ban assault rifles. Oh, we don't think that's going to solve the issue.
I've heard people say recently that, hey, we can't even, I don't like that when one crazy person does something, that it affects us and our rights. It stops us from doing what we need to do. And this was a white person who said this. It stops us from doing what we need to do because one crazy person went out and decided to go shoot up people. Now we don't have our rights anymore. The focus on this being your rights so much, and you being a white person saying that when white men are the predominantly the ones who commit these domestic terrorist murders here in America. It be your own people. It be y'all. And you're saying one crazy person, it's really you. And the statistics show that it's mostly you.
Right.
And you're talking about, oh, it's just this one crazy person. No, it's mostly all of y'all who are doing this. And so you need to be looking at more. So is your family safe? Are the people around you safe? A couple went there. And I don't know if you have this, Josh, because I did put that in the chat, but a couple went with their child, and the child was left behind because the couple died. And the strangers who were running, seen this baby abandoned and took him home. And asked anybody, do you guys know this kid? Turns out the parents so it could be any one of you. You're saying that, oh, they're taking away our rights. No, we need to start cracking down on rights. And I'm talking about, I don't think Democrats and Republicans alike. We already know where Republicans stand on this. They're the talking point that I just gave you, right? Great, Josh. Thank you. 1 second. So the talking points that I just stated, we're hearing that from Republicans. The talking points from the Democrats, we ain't really hearing enough of because it's more right. I don't see the fervor. I don't see the drive. The drive only is when it happens. And then you hear, we need more gun rights. We need to crack down on we need to make sure we're speaking gun control. That's on the first few days of when this incident happens. After that, we hear nothing. Nothing, because it's not really at the top of the platform for them. This is not one of the issues that they make the main issue until something happens.
It's not on their agenda.
I need them to put this as a policy that they're fighting for daily. Why? Because this is an everyday issue, and we don't know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, but because guns are easily accessible, people with mental health issues they can get them. Prior records, you got prior run-ins with the law and you were able to get that. 21 years old. They just raised it to 21 years old to be able to get the guns. But look, does that make a difference?
Right.
People were clapping for that. It's really cute, right? But hasn't immediately after, what did we get? The same things. It's your rights that they're fighting for and not your life that they're fighting for. And when I say your rights, I'm talking about white folks' rights. It's their rights that they're fighting for, but not your life. Your life is unimportant, and we saw that in Uvalde. Kids' lives are not important. Speaking of kids, let's take a look at this clip of this child who is now an orphan.
Aiden McCarthy was rescued by strangers after his parents were shot to death.
Every time I asked him what his name was, his response each time was, Mom and Dad, come get me soon? They come get me soon?
Dana and Dave Ring brought him to their house, posting an appeal on social media. Do you know this child?
A couple hours later, a cop got our number, and he came and picked up the little boy.
Oof.
This is just one small piece of the aftermath of July 4th and that shooting in Highland Park in Illinois. America looks at this and still says guns matter. America literally blew past the Buffalo murders and says guns matter when the people died in that grocery store. America seeing them kids die, watched them kids die and thought police need more funding, guns matter. The gun control is more than trying to take away your rights. The gun control conversation is about saving our people, is about making sure people with mental health issues, prior run-ins with the law, people who fit the description should not get guns just because you raised it to 21. In some places, doesn't mean that's effective. We see that. Lives don't matter here. And you think that I want to celebrate any independence of anything, let alone independence that you guys stole? Nothing really matters in America. There's nothing celebratory about what's happening. I can't celebrate anything knowing that America is a shithole country.
You out here shooting 90 bullets at people that were running away in the back, killing people in the grocery store, killing kids in the school, but guns still matter.
Guns still matter.
Guns matter more than women's reproductive rights. Because let that sink in, y'all.
Yeah, because they will cry over guns being such a. I seen the argument, and if you go back, this is a it was a good argument, and it was good to see fleshed out. Ole, who with Robbie on the Hill, they were discussing it. Let me tell you, because Robbie is more conservative, and I would like to say Ole is more of a free thinker, right? But she would call a thing a thing. And here's what I'm saying: the argument that a lot of people had, and a lot of people on the right have, is that I think it's Jalen Walker, Jalen Walker, who was shot in the at 90 times and shot 60 of those times. He had a gun that was left behind in the car with the wedding ring.
The wedding ring, yep.
And his fiance had passed just a month prior. And we're looking at the excuse heard yesterday on that same platform that the Robert Crimo had a gun. Well, yesterday the developments were still developing, and so they were like, "Oh, we don't know if he really, what did he have the gun when he was running away?" I mean, they're different situations. I mean, did he shoot at the cops? This is different. They said that Jalen Walker shot at the cops. But we didn't see. We saw the video. They said allegedly. There was nothing that proved that he shot at the cops. And when they found him, there was no gun on him. What you didn't see that argument right there was a fool, because they were saying, because what Robbie said was, I can see why the cop shot at him. And we're talking about Jalen Walker. I can see why the cop shot at him. Now over here, looking on at the Robert Crimo, he said, "Well, we don't know. The cops didn't shoot at him because he didn't shoot at the cops. He led the cops on a high-speed chase for a little bit before they apprehended him."
Yep.
The black man got out of the car and ran, led the cops on a chase, but was shot at 90 times. And the people at the press conference stated that the situation got different because he shot at the cops. We have a 21-year-old who shot down people, highly dangerous, prior run-ins with the law. Walker, no run-ins with the law. There's a difference here. Guns look different. Now all of a sudden, black folks shouldn't have guns. Oh, he had a gun, so he should have got shot at. Oh, he had a gun, but it doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that our rights should be taken away. It's not that bad. He didn't run from the cops. There's so many excuses. It's upsetting me and my black friends. It's upsetting me and my black family members.
Very much so.
We are not safe at all. We talk about gun control. They don't even gun control to the right, or people who even are on the left who see gun control. They'll say when black on black crime is a thing, then they'll say why we have black folks don't need guns. Take guns out of those communities. When we talk about Chicago, right? They'll say, "Oh, there's too much gun violence." They'll talk about gun violence, but the domestic terrorism that is happening at a ridiculous rate in this country. It's happening so often that we don't even know. We don't even know which domestic terrorist attack to talk about. We don't even know which murder to talk about. We're getting them mixed up. But they do not want to discuss gun control now. It be their sons. It be these white men walking in, and it is at a disproportional rate from black people who are committing these mass murders and white folks who are committing these mass murders. Let's have the conversation and let's act now. I want to see more people out there fighting, like Cori Bush.
Right.
Cori Bush. I see her out there actually fighting. And some of these representatives fight may not look like hers, but I want to hear, I want to see, I want to know that you are fighting for this, because you're not seated there. When you're in that seat, you are signing up to fight every day for your constituents.
Regardless if it's on your agenda or not, you are here to fight for us.
I'm seeing too many Democrats say one thing and then go on vacation, go on boats, go chill, go rub elbows with them same Republicans. I'm seeing too much of that.
Right.
I'm seeing too many TikToks from the West Wing. I'm seeing too much of that. People are dying here every single day. Rent is too high. People can't afford mortgages. Gas prices is ridiculous. Groceries we cannot afford. And we're scared to go to the grocery store because we don't know if we're going to make it out. So much to talk about. And y'all want to talk about putting change on my vajayjay. No.
That's what it is. They try to chain that thing up.
Y'all
and then another thing about Jalen, you know, especially that whole press conference, y'all were just, it seemed it was, won't say it was all over the place, but for y'all just to say, when the cops shot at him, I mean, when he shot at the cops, that changes everything. But yet, y'all go back in that same press conference and say he was unarmed when he was shot. So at that point, you shot an unarmed man, an unarmed black man at that. So let's call a thing a thing. Don't try to justify what it was because you still don't even know if this man shot from the vehicle. Y'all claim that y'all have a bullet casing that you think might be from that gun, but y'all still don't know yet. So here it is. Y'all are trying to justify everything. Y'all don't have any dash cam footage. And the only thing you have is the body cam footage. Oh, it's just recklessly gone.
Everything was alleged.
Okay.
Right? And I don't see they're using alleged a lot in the story of Robert Crimo, right? But we don't see alleged in the story of Jalen Walker. We're seeing he did that. They're saying he shot. If you see that little light in the camera that is ashy with no true backstory, nothing real. You're taking my word, the cops, for it. It's not alleged. We're not hearing alleged in the story of this man who was shot 60 times. No prior run-ins with the law. Clean record. Was going through a mental breakdown, perhaps, over the loss of his partner. We don't put that into play. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot.
Yep.
Ooh. So those are the latest developments within that story. I think that he's going to, of course, plead insanity, mental health issues. We're going to see that come out. We already see it developing with his prior run-in with the law. Mentally, he was having issues, and they had to remove those knives and swords out of his home. So we're just going to see how this develops. I really want to see how Jalen Walker's story is going to develop more than the hashtag. They don't even want us outside. So they don't want us to go and protest. So they're trying to have us move our minds in different places. And I'm telling you, we've done this before. We focused on the pandemic at a time we couldn't even make it to the office and things like that. We ain't had no money. We were so afraid of sickness and still were out there protesting George Floyd. Remember? For George Floyd. So we can definitely multitask. So I hope that we stick with this and then we hold on to this one because it has gotten to a place. It's always been at a place. I can't even say it's gotten to. It's always been at a place.
Right.
It's always been at a place where they don't see us as people. We're target practice to the point where there was a local police office, and I can't remember where exactly it was. And this was recently. There was a local police department that utilized Black people for mugshots.
Yeah.
And then I say they utilize us. They look at us as target practice. That's because they do utilize us for target practice. They're trained to do that. But to subdue a white man without killing him. Another story recently happened where a white man shot at police officers and he was taken down. This is recent. He was taken down alive. Led them on a whole chase. The story in Philly where people were at the rally where everybody was running away. It turns out, and this is an investigation.
Right.
It turns out that the police officers may have been hit by their own celebratory guns in the air.
Are you serious?
So they're investigating that because there's no suspect. They're still trying to figure out how they might have been hurt. And the media is doing a really okay job in keeping that news from being out there. And this is in the situation that happened in Philly that we saw everybody running from that parade. We're all on edge. We're all trying to survive. Whew. With that being said, child, I'm going to move to a leader, a senator of Rhode Island. Before we get to this video, this senator has gone viral. Her name is Tierra Mack. Tierra Mack was in her own time on the beach.
Wait. This okay, never mind. When I saw the name in the sheet and I saw Tierra Mack, I'm like, wait, ain't she the singer songwriter? But I'm like, that's Tierra Whack. Okay,
Tierra
okay.
Because
I was about to say,
I am talking about a whole senator. A whole senator. So she, was on the internet, okay, and she was on TikTok. And what happened was she made a clip of herself twerking, and I want to play it because to me, it's her in her own time. But let me have you take a look at her. This is a senator of Rhode Island right now. She's a current senator, and she was just twerking. So let's take a look at that because I want to get your opinions of everybody watching. And if you guys don't like body, you don't have it. He said, you don't have it. Dang, I did drop.
I know, right? It's in the sheet. No, don't have it. No?
It's in the Slack. So if you while you're pulling that up, Josh, even if it's just a clip of her, while you're pulling that up, I'm just going to give you guys the background on it, okay? So this clip of the Rhode Island state senator Tierra Mack twerking has gone viral and provoked strong reactions on, of course, both sides, Democratic and so I guess I'll say the left and the right side. Mack, a Democrat representing the District 6 in Rhode Island, uploaded the video of her twerking upside down while on the beach onto TikTok on July 4th. And she put "Vote Senator Mack" at the end of the 8-second clip. Underneath her original TikTok, social media users left thousands of comments, a majority of which were praising the Democrat over the video. Of course, it's TikTok. Everybody's gonna be like, hey. So, but a lot of people are saying that because she's twerking, it makes it feel like she is not set. She's not a good role model. She is not built for the Senate seat.
What's funny though is that y'all had, and I know y'all remember this video, y'all had this whole man on here talking about shit and throwing shit at people and shitting in people's faces, but y'all get mad when somebody's out here twerking.
But this wasn't even a campaign that she was doing. I know she said vote her for re-election, but she was really in her own personal time on her TikTok. And I know back in the day, you guys, it was very, we had to wear the white button downs and the navy blue, navy blue, black and khaki pant suit look, whatever that was, with whatever side you're representing, with the red tie or the blue tie or the mix to show that you are bipartisan, red and blue tie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we did before. And in your time, in your personal time, nobody knew what you were doing. But now it's like a lot of these people are free to be who they are, who they want to be. Does that mean that they aren't able to do their job? I don't think so. I do think that it can be distracting if everybody doesn't even know who you are. And the first thing that they do is just be like, oh, the twerking senator. So I hope that people go to her page and see what she can do, what she's capable of, because we know it's twerking. But what she stands for, what her policies are, what's on her agenda, top and bottom. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't mind. Like I twerk. I love to twerk. I love to throw it back. You will find me doing that. If we go out at any point in time, if you see me anywhere, you will see me twerking on the table, on the floor. When I'm cooking, I am always twerking. Now at brunch, I don't like people twerking on top of my food, but that's a story for another day. Like I be twerking in my personal time. That's my life. And if I want to
I'll be
upload it,
twerking.
I used to be afraid to I had like 5 different pages when I first got onto my political job. When I first, and that's back in what 17, 16. You had like 5 different pages because they wanted me to, because they saw my personal page and they saw how free I was. I'm telling you, I'm a very free spirit. I was more free then. So like they'll be like, ooh, let's just make you another page. So they made me another page. I never utilized that page. I never gave out my personal information for my Instagram because I had a lot of bullies at the time too that I was trying to figure out how to maneuver through that. But I was like, I don't want to hide who I am. Does me embracing my culture in whatever way I'm embracing my culture on my page take away from the fact that I'm saying that Black Lives Matter, or I'm saying that women's rights matter, or I'm saying that Black women aren't heard in the healthcare system, or I'm saying that immigration laws are at the bottom of a lot of our leaders' list? Does that take away from me saying that? I had somebody tell me recently when I was on that one platform that, hey, why did you wear that Jimi Hendrix t-shirt? Like, you're a Black woman. I mean, everything you said was, no, he said, why did you wear that you really wore a Jimi Hendrix t-shirt? And I said, and I was real cute, and I came to, and I did my job. And he was like, I mean, you did a really great job. I mean, you did good as a Black woman. I love to see it, but you need to do better. You wore that t-shirt. First of all, it was a nice, if anybody who follows me on this show, on this platform, on anything from way back, you know that I'm a vintage t-shirt kind of girl. And I rocked it with some beautiful stiletto heels. Okay. I had it on with some nice stiletto heels. It was really cute, but it didn't prevent me from doing my job. I still got on there. I still did what I needed to do. People still listened. It is what it is. It doesn't take away from me doing my job. She was in her personal space doing that. And I think that at the end of the day, of course, everybody's going to have something to say. She's shaking behind. If somebody says she's doing something strange for a piece of change because she's fundraising with it, we don't know. Now, this is Rhode Island. If you're in Rhode Island, you don't want to vote for her, don't vote for her. If you're in Rhode Island and you want to vote for her, vote for her.
Right. That's what Family Guy is in Rhode Island.
We know how messy. You know how messy it can be. But did we have the clip? Did we play it? Because I really want you guys to see it.
Yeah, Josh said it's
I
ready.
want you guys. So
Vote Senator Mack.
It reminds me of you, Rebecca.
Okay.
Josh Will.
Is this problematic? Because I don't. That's a beat. And she has on a bathing suit.
Vote Senator Mack.
So and that's my thing. So I'm gonna take a poll in the comment section. Like, if you guys, I want to know who thinks this makes her not worthy of being a senator or not worthy of re-election. Because she actually went on and actually responded to the people who were naysayers. She was saying that, hey, because people were saying, how can you ever get elected? You will never be senator. And she was like, clarification, I am senator. I've been senator. I'm just saying I'm already elected. I'm just saying I might keep my seat next. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. That doesn't take away from her doing her job. And she said, basically, like, it's funny because we know who she responded to people like Tucker Carlson, who played the clip of her twerking on his show.
Of course, his ugly ass face says.
So of course,
dumb ass little boy did.
And you know what they're gonna do? They utilize that to say the Democratic Party is a mess. It's a joke, which I can say both. Like I said, I ain't really everybody's a joke to me in this particular time. However, he of course the right is going to utilize that as a talking point to say it's a mess. So he took to a show and he said that you have to wonder why it's left to this show of all places to announce the rising star, the next rising star in the Democratic Party. And then he continued to play her video. He said, you ever had these moments where you see something and you're like, oh, that's the future. That's what it looks like. And we saw Tierra Mack head in the sand twerking. And we thought, man, that's the Democratic Party in 2020. I saw people I see. It's funny. Twerking is such a problem. I've seen people on the right who are running for these particular parties. I saw a man hop out of a wheelchair. Remember, we saw him hop out of a wheelchair in the video and like say something, do some sexual stuff to people, and he denied it, and it was on video. I've seen weird things happen from people in the right. Videos coming out from people on the right. Let's not forget there are
and half of them think they rappers too, right? And on the Senate floor, right?
rapping on the Senate floor.
Okay.
I've seen some of those people hold up not Confederate flags, Nazi flags. Yeah. I've seen them walk hand in hand with known white nationalists. Yeah. I've seen them lead these conferences with buzzwords, racist ones, trigger words. I've seen them headline. I've seen these people rent out their own buses to lead people to the Capitol on January 6th. I've seen people defend and be a part of the mess on January 6th. These are our leaders. We're talking about those leaders. And you're worried about somebody twerking on July 4th at the beach.
Minding their damn business. They mad because they like it, Rebecca. You know how black women are fetishized by white politicians, especially ones on the right. That's all that. That's why Tucker kept playing it. Because Tucker ain't getting none. He got to play the video. That's all he get. That's all he got.
Remember when Ben Shapiro, commentator Ben Shapiro, got so upset over Cardi B's WAP?
WAP.
She's a rapper. She's never claimed to be anything other than that. But they've invited her. The reason why he got so upset about WAP, because she was invited to many a White House event. She was invited to have conversations with Bernie Sanders. She was invited to have an opinion on politics, on political, what her political views were. She was able to have a conversation, and whether people thought it was not intricate enough, not enunciated or whatever, she was still invited. People were upset about that, but she's always been a rapper. She's a person. We twerk in our culture in different ways too.
And of course, Rebecca, is because they don't know the history of it. So they just automatically assume when they see somebody shaking their ass, it's like, oh, twerking is so devilish. It's not the right thing to do. No, it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
It goes back centuries.
And I'm saying, for me, I have a list, I have a conservative side to myself too. So it was funny because I had to judge myself. I looked at the video, I said, girl, what? Then I thought of myself. I'm like, girl, that's me every day. And everybody knows that. If you've been around me, you know how I am. Like, that's just it every day. And I said, I don't like hiding who I am. It ain't like I'm doing something illegal. I'm on the beach. I'm having a good time. I am a whole senator living my life in the year 2022. My ancestors are enjoying the fact that I'm enjoying my life as a senator. And I'm feeling free on the day of independence in America that don't deserve it.
Hello.
I deserve. And Tierra, you deserve. And I hope that all of your policies align with just the same way your back was aligned with that twerk. I hope they align with everything that we need or the people of Rhode Island needs. I hope that it definitely does. Everybody will judge, but right now you're focused on, enjoying yourself, but also hopefully you're focused on a change. And again, this is how she's campaigning. Mind your business. We saw, like you said, Bubba, we saw people utilizing feces to tell their story while they campaign. So mind your business. Mind your business. But yes, everybody, it looks like people aren't really ain't mad at it in the chat. They ain't too mad at it.
They not. Cup of tea talking about the only people complaining have no top lip and no yams.
When I get to the yams. That's crazy. If you don't know what yams are, y'all don't know. Y'all the ones they talk about.
no top lips. That's Tucker Carlson all day, child. It's like I'm sitting right there.
Stop it.
Where your lip
Stop.
at?
There's this old video that I seen trending because from the videos they used to play on BT Uncut. There's a video that has to do with like, I don't know, but I can't remember what the words were. But they showed there was a close-up of a lady with full lips in the video. Then there was a close-up of another lady, no lips. So I said, I can't tell if that's a white woman or not. But as soon as they did the zoom out and then they started showing the women, that one white lady, I said, oh, Lord. It was like, I mean, she had no lips, like none. It wasn't small, it wasn't big. There was nothing there.
Rebecca, I know you saw that thread on Twitter that was like, it started off one of the BET Uncut videos. I think it was like Tip Drill.
Yes.
Then it just started going down the list.
Rebecca. If you find that thread, please send it back to me because I had a ball going through it. It was hilarious. And
oh my God.
And I'll share it on my Twitter. Bubba, if you find it, send it to me. I'll share it on my Twitter. And if you guys are watching the show now, you want to know what thread I'm talking about and what video I'm talking about, it will be in that thread that I'll share on Twitter eventually on today. But yes. That it was a hopeful child. Now,
oh man.
So on to some more, some good stories. White residents are fleeing, white residents flee COVID, turning DC back into the chocolate city. That is something. Look, that is something to celebrate. I guess you should say, because we've seen gentrification, right? Gentrification in so many different ways, and due to COVID, white folks fled or are still continuously fleeing DC, which is turning it back into what it was, a predominantly Black city. So there are now fewer white people who call the nation's capital home than there were before the pandemic. And this is a demographic shift that is helping to restore the chocolate city, nickname that had increasingly become a misnomer in recent years. During 12 months in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, more than 10,000 non-Hispanic white people fled Washington, D.C., according to the Washington Post, which cited newly released census data. These findings show a serious reversal of white people moving to the city that is part of a larger heated debate about the effects that gentrification has had on the District of Columbia's Black population. As I've said, a glaring example of the surge of white people living in Black D.C. neighborhoods came in 2019 when Howard University students and community residents attended an advisory neighborhood commission meeting to voice concerns with white local residents using the historically Black college campus to walk their dogs.
What the hell?
Me and Ben have been saying this. I said this.
The caucasity, bitch.
The caucasity. I've been saying this for a minute. Whenever you see a ponytail swinging, jogging through your neighborhood.
Ooh, don't let me go get this wig.
Just know that the price has gone up. Just know that they're about to build a Whole Foods where the corner store was.
Trader Joe's, girl.
Coin laundry will no longer be a coin laundry. It's going to be a coffee shop. Just know that the bodega that you saw is now going to be Greek yogurt. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
West End. If you ever been to West End Mall area in Atlanta, where it's me and Rebecca's, that's all you're gonna see all day long. It's the hood of the hood here in Atlanta. But now in the last few years, you see Chastity and Paul and Mark.
That's all you see. Because they don't like when I come out.
Headphones on.
They
checking the heart rate.
They hate when I come out and do that. I'm a runner. I'm a track star. I'm a runner. I run miles. So when I go outside to do maybe a mile, 2 miles, sometimes when I'm on the track and I'm feeling good, I'm doing 5 to 7. But when I go outside to do a mile or 2, I'm running and I see them looking at me. I'm looking at them. They looking at me. I'm looking at them.
Because Rebecca, they scared. They already know what's about to happen.
They think that I'm going to give them the sidewalk, and I don't. I'm on my side, you run on yours. You know what it is. If I'm running towards you, I'm on the right. You stay on the left. And
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what we're seeing. We're seeing this very often, gentrification. And I do want places because we are the minority, right? White people like to say this a lot. You guys are the minority, or go back to where you came from, whatever they want to come up with. And you know, and it's interesting because we made places and spaces for ourselves. We were forced here, but we made places and spaces for ourselves. Because what is that saying that they say? It says, go where you're appreciated, go where you're accepted. Okay. If they not inviting you to the table, make your own, create your own. We did that so many times, been bombed. Because they don't like to see us thriving. Communities, they make it where we can't attain anything. Prices have gone too high. We know that in Black communities are usually the low income communities. They don't like to see thriving Black communities. So what they'll do is they'll throw us in on the Martin Luther King Boulevard. You already know what I'm talking about. You every single Martin Luther King Boulevard that I promise you was probably once thriving at one time is now low income communities. And across the street is like a whole center or theater or whatever, where white people will come. If you go down there in Marietta, Smyrna, where they call it Atlanta. They call it Atlanta, and it's not Atlanta. About 5 years ago, it was not Atlanta. Okay, it was Marietta, Smyrna. It was Cobb County. It was not Atlanta, but if you go down there to the Brave Stadium area,
it's Atlanta's hell now.
It's Atlanta. They have taken it and they kind of cover themselves up inside the Brave Stadium. You'll see these high-rise apartments. You'll see all of that. And they don't know life outside of that little circle. They don't know that Black folks you'll see walking down the street, that's their community. But they constantly will go and build inside of it and push Black people away, making everything unaffordable. And that's problematic. I lived in Brooklyn. I lived in affordable housing. And that was years ago when I was a young little journalist. I lived in affordable housing, and I where the government food, yes. Government insurance, all of it. You name it, I had it. Okay. And I remember seeing so many things starting to be built there after my first year there. And I'm like, what's going on? That was my first time actually seeing gentrification happen. They built these brand new places and made the rent skyrocket. Rent was like $600 at the time, $800 at most. And I had white friends when I would go visit them in Brooklyn. They lived in the gentrified side, Bedford. And then there was an area, and I'm trying to remember the area. All my New Yorkers there. It starts with a W, and that started to get really gentrified. Because I remember when I first got there, it wasn't like that. All of a sudden, I started seeing white people, and I used to dress like this too. They wear the hats. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't cowboy, but the hats with the straight brim. And then with the boots and the jeans and the loose t-shirts. You know, I still dress like this occasionally as well. But that's that look. That was that look that you saw from white folks that was living there. It was literally specific to that area. And y'all know what I'm talking about. It starts with a Williamsburg.
Williamsburg.
It is what you know. They know exactly what I'm talking about in here. Gentrified. I saw people move into a building. You guys listen. I saw people move into an old building that used to be an office building. And I went there for Bible study. I had white girls in my group for Bible study. And I went there for Bible study. And it was 5 white girls living in a 2-bedroom apartment. The apartment, like I said, it used to be a office building. It had no running air conditioner. It was the summer we were doing Bible study. These people were paying. I need you to listen to me. I need you to listen to me clear. They were paying, I think at the time, this was considered very expensive. And over there, they were paying $1,800. They were splitting the rent amongst 5. The bathroom was not big at all. They had, oh my God, they had literally no room to move. There was a small area above the roof, which probably was like enough for you to creep into. Somebody put a blow-up bed to lay down on.
Oh, wow.
During our Bible study, one of the girls were turning faint and ran over to the sink because somebody was taking a shower to brush water on her face. And listen, we know we know when it's hot, women. We know when it's hot. Men too. It's hot everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's hot. She had to
Mm-hmm.
lift up her dress and just be sitting like this, honey. There was no running air conditioner, but the rent was so high and it was considered a top spot to live.
Oh hell no!
They were splitting rent five people.
And how much was the rent monthly?
At the time, it was $1,800. And there's a problem in New York where they're doing that. They're taking buildings, they're renovating them, changing them up, and there's no working air conditioner because the building was never built to have that type of AC. 2, we're moving on. Next. In those spaces, we see this happening so often, gentrification. Brownstones, or people were, people who are naturally from New York were able to purchase and live in. They have made those brownstones unaffordable. They're trying to rent those things out for Airbnb. Brownstones are that is part of the culture historically in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And they're tearing some down to build apartments. Who's at the door? They're tearing some down to build apartments.
Child, they out here knocking all kind of shit everywhere outside these apartments, child. Because speaking of which, goddamn, that's just the publicity. Because speaking of which, that's what they doing over here. They trying a new apartment owner or property manager, somebody that bought these. So now since they bought these, they've been out here just about every day fixing on something. So what they're probably going to do, because this is East Point, they've already raised that. All of my people around me, excuse me, have gotten increases. So what's probably going to happen after that? They're going to fix these things up. They're going to move us out. Probably charge about $2,000 or $3,000 a month for rent. And yeah, that's what it is.
It's very much what it is.
My time here is very limited, very, very limited.
And I don't like that for you because you've already painted the walls and you put the cloud in the sky.
Child, I done did a whole lot in this goddamn apartment, child. It's going to remain just how it is when I leave, too.
So, no, listen, I understand what you're saying. I had my rent raised from when I first moved here to now. I can say almost $1,000.
Damn.
And what they do is they do it slowly. So they're hitting you like, so you're not even noticing. I've noticed every time because y'all have heard me complain about it on this channel. But yeah. Wow.
Do y'all go up every 6 months or something?
They go up every year that I've been here. And I'm going on my 3rd year.
But see, y'all go up by like hundreds. And
they don't have a grandfather system from you are secure from the rate that you came in on. They don't have that for you.
Terrible.
They will never do that for you. And so rent is out of control. Groceries, guys. I went from budgeting out $60 to $100 because it's just me. $60 to $100 and cutting down on eating out so much because I will not stop eating out for nobody. But I've cut down on eating out so much because that's my form of self-care, taking myself out. But I've cut down on eating out so much. I really have, and I cook. So I cook maybe like 3 times, 4 times a week. So when I'm looking at groceries, I'm at Aldi's, and I'm like, dang, I just spent almost $200 on groceries, which I usually spend $60 to about $100, maybe $80 on groceries. I can't afford it. Can't afford groceries. Can't afford rent. Car insurance think they slick. I know y'all car insurance folks think they are slick. How is my rate about $80 at one point, and now I'm paying triple that with no infractions? How? Everybody is trying to take a piece of the pie, and they don't want to call it a recession. They don't want to call it a recession, and you know why? Everybody's affected in the recession. This can't be one for everybody. The people who are feeling this inflation in the recession is me, you, the working class people. It's us. We can't afford to go to work. The minimum wage in this country is still, y'all gonna have me on a rant, and I'm going on a rant. The minimum wage in this country is still $7.25. After 1 hour of work, you can't even afford to go to the pump and get you a gallon of gas.
Right.
You're having to choose between food and gas. You're having to say, dang, should I put some gas into my car to go to work, or should I go get groceries to feed my kids, to feed myself, to feed my household? You're having to ration out. Now, this is the conversation that I had on the Hill, and you'll hear that more later on today, but you're having to ration all this out, but we're not hearing so much of inflation talk or recession talk. Remember when they said gas went up because of the war that was going on in Ukraine and Russia? Remember they said that? And I literally debunked that because I'm like, the owners, these oil companies they profited during COVID-19. They profited so much money during that time, enough to not have the inflation on gas. Yet they're utilizing any issue and any excuse to say that this is why the gas prices went up. Now we're not even hearing any conversation about Ukraine. We're not having no conversation about the war and what's about the gas going up. They were saying that it's going down 3%, 1%. To the average American, to the working class American, to the low income American, you can tell me that the gas went down 1%, 3%. It doesn't matter to me because in this area of life, mortgage, rent, groceries, it's still high. I don't know what 1% looks like. Lower than gas. It's not affecting me. It's not affecting me positively. It's not making no changes for me. America is going through it right now. And the people that are dealing with it are the low income communities. And we know right now in America, who are the people in the low income communities? It's disproportionately Black.
Right.
In Black communities, there is inequality when it comes to the prices on gas, groceries, with the Black tax. There's so much. And imagine already being taxed on top of taxed. We don't have any excuse for making Americans suffer the way they are right now. It's greed. Recession, but only for us. Big businesses aren't experiencing this. They're not hurt by this. We seen last year, so I don't care who got PPP loans. Because, I mean, if you could get it at that time and you ain't get caught up, whatever, I really don't care. You did what you had to do, because we would never see that money in a lifetime. Companies right now are laying off people that they hired during the pandemic. They're laying those same people off, cutting those same sectors that they made within their business for Blacks, for Black people, for brown people. The diversity and inclusion team, they're cutting it back down to one. They're cutting it back down to one person. This is what we're seeing in America right now. All of that talk of helping us, it was just for that moment. They didn't want to. They didn't want us. They didn't want to help us. During the Trump era, he bailed out big businesses first. Small businesses, because I work with small businesses are still suffering. Some of them weren't able to get them loans. They're suffering. They're having to close down their businesses, but big businesses have not experienced anything. They've given money. They've worded things to make it look like if you spend your money outside. They've opened up during the peak of COVID-19, opened their restaurants up so that you can go spend that same money out in the streets. Some people are saying right now they're trying to get their money that they gave us back. That stimulus check money. That stimulus check money literally is not even my rent.
Not at all.
What money are you trying to get back? It's been spent. It's been gone. Nobody is saving those checks. Republicans,
and then y'all trying to tax it.
Republicans right now, I think it was Mitch McConnell who made this argument recently, I believe, that people aren't working right now because they still have that money to sit on. It's given, like, basically they got that money as fluff. When the stimulus money runs out, then they'll be back to work. We'll start seeing more people working. How is that an argument? Because that's not real. That's a lie. It's a lie. Statistically, it's a lie. Just if you look at the world right now, how is that truth? It doesn't make any sense. They will sit here and lie to your face, tell you that the sky is green when we're looking at it and we see clearly it is blue, and the right side will believe it. And they'll make it an excuse for us to get back into those buildings for work. Take the less than $15 that they've been giving us, pay these high tax groceries, and make us go to work because we need to go feed our kids. We need to feed ourselves.
Right.
This is what we're constantly going to see time and time again right now. And if we just bypass it, because that's what's happening. So many issues are going on in the world that we're just like, man, I gotta live. So am I not going to pay my rent? Am I not going to pay for groceries? Am I not going to get gas? I see that argument. Oh, gas is high, but I ain't going to pay for gas. No, we got to keep on saying gas is too damn high.
Mm-hmm.
We have to. Ooh, that's my rant. It's 11:02. I have gone beyond, and I got a whole job, child. I love you guys so much. We're at the
I
end
got
of the
a
show.
whole conference call right now.
Listen. I know it's random. Y'all didn't stop me. Y'all did not stop me. I love you guys.
I was about to say something, but it was too good. You can't leave it alone. You got to keep going.
It's Wednesday. It's spicy. I love you guys so much. Again, we are at the end of the show. Please, patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not to become a member to help support us. That is our income for the summer because, again, we're doing this for the frizzle. So whatever you guys give to us, it's I'm grateful for, especially in
man. Please invite a friend. If you got somebody that's never watched before, invite them on over to come tell them to watch. Patron party on Friday. Don't forget, invite a friend to come join the patron party. Let them see how we celebrate, how we kick it, what we do, and just invite them, man. Like Rebecca said, this is our bread and butter for the summer. So the more the merrier. And remember, you are the porn, okay?
Yeah, you are the porn. You are what they should be looking at. It is you. It is you, and it will always be you. It's always been you. And if you guys want to definitely give us, you can definitely give us X3C and Becca's voice on Cash App. Love you guys. Mean it. I'll see you tomorrow.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going.
All right, y'all.
Like it or not, it's going.
I give y'all one more round of the song.
Like it or not, it's going.
And then Bubba got to get out of here. Conference call. My boss has already called me, so I'm already in trouble. I love y'all. I mean it.
Rebecca's always in the house. She got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life is I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us alive.
I am your DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture, it's politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
Love y'all. Mean it, y'all. Affirmation for the day. I am so happy and grateful because I get to live the life of my dreams. I am so happy and grateful because I get to live the life of my dreams. Love y'all. Mean it. We will see y'all in the morning. Deuces.